Hi, Matthew and Mommy's World. Matthew, Mommy's World says support from here, sis. Nice view. Looks relaxing over here. It is. How are you, beautiful? Matthew and Mommy's World, how was your day? So you're having a rainy day also. Matthew and Mommy's World says her day was good. She can't complain. Me either. It's like my Friday, so no reason to complain. I get to stay up late and party with Jack all night. Nature Dog. Hi, Chris. How are you? Nature Dog says, great. How are you and Jack? We're good. A little tired, but tomorrow's a day off, so a day of rest is in order. Matthew and Mommy's World says, hi, Nature. Nature says, hi, Matthew. Rod Wilson. How are you, wonderful Rod Wilson? I am doing well, thank you. What'd you get up to today, Rod? Hello to our visitor. I'm sorry I cannot pronounce your name. I'm not even going to attempt it. But welcome and thank you for stopping by. Elfish says, hello all, thumbs up. Hi, Elfish. How are you today? Thank you for stopping by. I know. Background noise. Nature Dog says, hi, Rod, and our lovely visitor whose name I can't say. Matthew Mommy's World says, hi, Elfish. Nature Dog says, hello, Elfish. Rod says, hi, Nature Dog Realms. Elfish Tank says, hello, world. Nature Dog says, this is the most wonderful, beautiful view. Thank you, Nature Dog. I'm missing some mountains. Is that fog? Is that clouds? I don't know. It's covering my mountains in the distance. It's a magic trick. Elfish says, hello, Realms. What do you eat now, sir? Hmm? I'm sorry, Jack. Hi, Stitch. How are you? How's it going, Miss Stitch? Ouch. The one and only Just One Sue entered the room. Says, hello, Cat. Hi, Sue. How are you? Stitch says, I am good. I am glad to hear that, Stitch. I miss seeing you. Nature Dog says, hi, Stitch, and Just One Sue. Just One Sue says, howdy, Nature. She said howdy, just like that. I heard it in my head. Cows are going home. They're over this. Nature Dog Realm says, I love it. Stitch Love says 10. What is 10, Stitch? Sue says, Kitty's sleeping on my bed while I watch Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Oh, nice. I don't know what we're doing tonight. Probably a whole bunch of nothing. I came home from work today and just slept for a couple hours. Thankfully, Jack does not care because he just slept with me. At first, when I read that, Sue, I thought it was said your kitties were sleeping on your head. Here, you want to lick the plate? There you go. There's no bones on it. Okay, go ahead. Hammock Mountain, welcome. Hammock Mountain says, hi, Cat and Jack. Stitch, oh, 10 more days till your birthday. I knew but forgot, but knew. Sue says, hi, Hammock. Hammock says, hi, Stitch. Hi, Sue. Nature Dog says, hi, Hammock. Hammock says, hi, NDR. Now, Hammock, I believe your name is Daniel, right? And Nature Dog is Chris. That was your introduction to each other. Just when Sue says, I'm still recovering from the walk I took on Saturday. Was it a long one, Sue? Hammock Mountain says, yes, my name is Daniel. Nature Dog says, yes. Hammock says, hi, Chris. And Nature Dog says, hi, Daniel. Sue says, over 2 hours, you did 11,227 steps. That's a lot, Sue. You know, most people barely get 10,000 all day. I don't blame you for being sore, but good for you. Wow, what a trek. Nature Dog says, Sue, you're rockin'. Matthew Mommy's World says, the birds sounds amazing. They certainly sound loud, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to step away from the chat for a minute and go lock up the chickens. Hi, Jackie. So luckily it's kind of warm out. 7 eggs today. That means 7 out of 10 chickens are laying. Well, no, there was 8. There's 1 broken egg in there. Oh. All right, let's catch up on chat. Sue says I won't be doing that again. My old joints can't take it. I was on a roll that day. Sue says, Nature, my average is a little over 4,000 depending on how I feel and where I go. Nature Dog says, Sue, that happens to me. Then I suffer for days. Sue says, exactly. Nature Dog says, good for you. My feet always hurt. Sue says, that's what's bothering me the most. I thought it would be my knees. What do you got, Jack? Would you stop? You troublemaking dog. Nature Dog says, Cat, that is so nice to have eggs like that. It's a curse. Nobody wants eggs. I'm sick of eating eggs. The only people around here not sick of eating eggs are those chickens. They eat eggs. Matthew Mommy's World says, Sis, I just be down here till you end live, okay? Sure, thank you. I'm not going to stay on real long. I'll probably end up getting really tired really fast. I appreciate every single one of you so, so much. Nature Dog says we have to pay so much for eggs. They are like gold out here. You know, I'll walk into work with a dozen eggs to give away, and people will say that, you got gold there in your hand. I'm like, you want some? And they'll be like, no. But I'm going to see my auntie this weekend, so she will take eggs. I tried hard boiling eggs and taking them to homeless people, but I don't know if you know about hard boiling fresh eggs. They don't peel well at all. They're just more a nuisance than they are anything. When I figured that out after I passed them out, I felt bad for the homeless people because I gave them eggs. Just when Sue says, I actually bought the cheapest dozen I could find last week, but they will last me quite a while. Yeah. Bumblebee T says, hi, Cat and Jack. Hi, T. How are you? Hammock Mountain says, I don't eat eggs, so I wouldn't know how expensive they are. Sue corrected last week. I got you, sis. Nature Dog says, oh, really didn't know that. Nature Dog Realm says, hi, Bumblebee. Sue says, T. You know, I don't know where you're at, but if you have Dollar Generals around you, they're usually cheaper on eggs, a lot cheaper than like Walmart or the regular grocery store. Nature Dog says we are paying like $6.99 and more. You know, I see them for $8 in Walmart. T says, I'm good. Been out this evening. And Kat, how are you? I'm glad you got out. Did you have fun, T? And I'm good. Relaxing after work. T says, hi, Nature. Hi, Sue. Sue says, never thought about DG for eggs. Yeah. T says, hi, Hammock. Nature Dog says, it's unbelievable. I think it's plain silly. But I get there's a whole, I don't know why. I hear the stories, but I really don't watch news. Sue says mine were $6 at Giant. Well, it's about time them chickens get paid for their hard work. You try squeezing one of them out your you know what. Oh, that's my burn barrel. Not much interesting going on now. Hammock Mountain says, hi, T. Daniel, what do you mean you don't eat eggs, but you'll eat spam? T says, I went and did something way outside my comfort zone, and that thing that caused a panic attack in January. Wow, that's impressive. How'd it go? How'd it go this time? T says, I don't eat whole eggs. Sensory issue on texture. Autism. Okay, gotcha. Oh my goodness. You have to wait for Mom, Jack. Okay, y'all hang on for a second. I'm about to move you. We're going to go out front because the sky's better out there. Say bye, backyard. Jack wants to go out front. He's waiting very patiently. Can't see him, but he's there. Come on, Bubba. There you go. We'll go hunt for deer. Stray dogs. Sky's kind of wild. Hammock Mountain says I'm weird like that. Eggs make me nauseous. I am boiling eggs now, Nature Dog says. Bumblebee T says I got... Jack, what are you doing, dear? Did you get something in your mouth? I don't know what he did. T says I got a bit lost and got on a random public bus, but getting there and the pint of cider helped when at the pub. It went amazeballs and made a few connections with others with similar interests. Hopefully, it'll lead to more connections if I get there again next month. Chris says that is great tea. Jack, are you all right? What did you eat, sir? He acts like he's going to puke. Let's get some water. Can you get some water for Mom? He's out there eating grass. I don't know what he got a hold of. I was deboning a chicken, and then I was making bone broth, and so I let him have the plate with the chicken juice on it. Every time I try to give him something that's not dog food, he gets sick. Such a princess. Bumblebee T says, Nature Dog thinks I had a full-on panic attack in January, almost identical event, but different pub in next town. I had to get trained. He's not cute when he wants to throw up. But thanks, Chris. I'm going to go check on him. Nature Dog says, I hope Jack feels better. I do too. He's just a strange dog. His tummy, ever since I got him, has not been right. It's taken 4 years to get him to gain some weight. He used to be really, really skinny, and I'd go to the vet and I'd say, people think I'm starving my dog. And she'd be like, it's okay, skinny dogs are good. Because she had greyhounds. And they're real skinny. But he looked sick. Like his back spine would pop up because he was so thin. Oh, it was terrible. T says, I overcome the not nervous. I had not even set myself the goal to get to the pub, but to the town. I saw there was another pub on the way in case I need a pint of Dutch courage. T says, Cat, did you know dogs can be allergic to chicken? Toy pups. Huh. I mean, I feed him chicken. Chicken and rice with his non-grain kibble, which is like $60 a bag. And he does real well, but this plate had a lot of grease and it might have just been too much. Nature Dog says he is like my Khaleesi. Ever since we got her, she gets sick a lot. It's so frustrating and it breaks your heart. And you're like, you're like a mom. And you're like, I want my baby to feel well. And it just it's rough. T says, yeah, well, and he has to have grain-free food. He's Irish setters are known to have a gluten allergy, and he happens to be one of those. Toy Pups is sending hi, Toy Pups. How are you? Bringing in the love. Nature Dog says, I know. Yeah, I knew you would. Toy Pups is Bumbles. Cat. Toy Pups. Bumbles was just saying your dogs are allergic to chicken or they don't tolerate it. Nature Dog says, hello, love our Toy Pups. Thanks for the hearts. Let me go check on my dog. Can I pet that dog? Still eating grass. Toy Pops, you're so funny. Bumblebee T says, hi, Toy Pups. I went to the same event that caused a panic back in January and I won. Toy Pups says, Nightbot. Nature Dog says, I gave them elk for dinner last night and they loved it. I don't know how to get a hold of elk around here. Even though I live next to Banner Elk, North Carolina, and they have a big old statue of an elk. Can you see the moon? Oh, I wish I could get the moon to come in. Just a little blip up there. Toy Pop says, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. Bumblebee T says, Nature Dog, what country are you in? Don't think we get elk in the UK. Nature Dog says, T, that is great that you won. Bumblebee T says, Toy Pups, thanks, twin. Nerves was so bad, but I kept going. Oh, yeah, you can see it, just a little dot. Oh, it's getting a little brighter. I wish I had a really good camera with a really awesome lens and I could look at the stars. Nature Dog says she's in Colorado with my ex. She's going to collect my child support. See, my daughter, that daughter is... She's 32. So I need 32 years of back support because she's still with me. I'm so teasing. I ought to, if you're listening to me, I'm just teasing, honey. I love you. Bumblebee T says, from buying train ticket, I was in train in 4 minutes with a ramp for my wheelchair. So that part happened so fast, then I was laughing. How did I manage this? Yeah, you were in it then. Nature Dog's laughing. Bumblebee T says, I've sat in bed waiting for almost 2 hours to take my other supplements to sleep. Did you have to wait? I don't know why I keep hitting that. Nature Dog says, T, what time is it where you're at? She's 5 hours ahead, I think. Is it 1 o'clock? 12 or 1? Bumblebee T says, bus driver had no clue where I was going and went past it. Oh no. Bumblebee T says, yes, ashwagandha and magnesium don't go together. Oh, did not know that. What are we barking at, Jack? You want to come in? Bumblebee T says 1:18. Our clocks went forward this weekend. I'm sorry for you. Nature Dog says, oh, okay. T? Jackie Jack. a good thing my house isn't very long. I have to keep going from the front to the back to check on him. Still eating grass. We're gonna have a fun night. T says, I'm in the UK. Nature Dog says, Cat, have you lived there your whole life? No, I'm what's called a halfback. I came from up north, Connecticut, New York area, moved to Florida, and then ended up here, Tennessee, halfway back. Bumblebee T says, I was missing a lot of yogi as America and other places clocks went forward weeks ago and we didn't. Yeah, Scott, I didn't. I had no idea that we were all doing it different times. T says, will Jack be sick with grass? Well, I think that's what his aim. Whatever's bothering him, he wants to throw it up. It's a good thing I don't have to go to bed early tonight. Nature Dog says, dogs eat grass when they have upset tummies. Yeah. I used to work at a vet's office, and there was a beloved puppy who got really sick. He swallowed a sock, and it had been in there for a long time in his intestines, and it really messed the puppy up, and the puppy died. And it was we sat with that puppy trying to keep it going after surgery all day. It was one of the most horrific things I ever experienced. And so I was always afraid of Jack eating socks. And sure enough, he had a thing for socks, and he swallowed one, a little tiny one. So I made him throw it up. But I learned a lesson about manifesting stuff, the stuff that you worry about the most. That was wild. Bumblebee teases Cat. I only discovered it this year, but been on YouTube for 4 years. Also, we have Mother's Day on Sunday, and you have it a different month. Did you just have Mother's Day? Because I thought I heard something like that. Danny says, Puppy Mommy, hi. Bumblebee T says, thank you, Nature. I've never had a doggy. T says, Danny. Danny says, hi, Bumblebee T. Nature Dog says, that must have been tough. It was. T says, poor puppy. It was a poor puppy. Nature Dog says, hi, Danny. Danny says, hi, Nature Dog Roams. T says, I remember when you gave Debbie some chest bumps and you said I can't use socks, right? But he hasn't messed with them. I was wrong, but that is my fixation with him and socks. T says, yes, just had Mother's Day this last Sunday. Okay. I wonder why that is. Why, if we originally, no, I can't even say that. Interesting. So you could go to England and have Mother's Day and then come back over here and have Mother's Day again if you were that kind of a mother. Check my doggy. Oh, there's my boy. Are you feeling better? Oh, you come in here. Do you feel better? Do you feel better? You look better. Good boy. Come on out. He's back. Tisa's Mother's Day in UK is always in March. Let me find you. It's usually near March 16th. And in parentheses, family birthday. Nature Dog Realm says maybe there are those kinds of mothers. I'm sure there are. T says Father's Day is always in June. Nature Dog says same here for Father's Day, T. Nature Dog, I'd say they're greedy. We don't have a Daughter's Day. You know what I tell my kids when it's their birthday? I tell them it's my birthing day. What they do, they just showed up. I did all the work. Totally teasing. I'll leave it. That reminds me, I was supposed to get a package today. I didn't see anything come in. Nothing at that door. Nothing up here. I feel like I've been gypped. Nature Dog says, yes, exactly. T says, Father's Day often falls close to my late dad's birthday. That's kind of fitting, huh, T? T says, cat love it. Or Bumblebee T, yes, says cat love it. Nature Dog says, I say that to my son and he agrees. Aw, that's because sons are awesome. I have daughters. Kidding. Didn't mean it like that. We took the long way home. Katie, how are you? Katie says, hello, Cat and Jack. Look at those lovely clouds. Or those clouds. They're not lovely. They're just clouds, yes. Nature Dog says, hello. We took the long way home. Nature Dog is Chris, and we took the long way home as Katie. We took the long way home, says, hi, Nature. Bumblebee T says, Cat, what time is it there? 9:30? I don't, nope, 8:30, ma'am. Nature Dog is laughing. Is that laughs? We took the long way home, says, hey, girl. She asked, did it storm there? It did. All morning, mostly. Bumblebee T says, I birthed you. It should be a celebration of your effort. Nature Dog says, hi, Katie. Katie is my favorite name. Nature Dog says, yes, laughs. I did a video on the racetrack. Bristol Motor Speedway is, I'm in the same townish. And I did a video one day on this porch and you could hear the racetrack from here. And Yogi was asking me how close we are. Not that close. We should just try to drive there. BMS. Bumblebee T says, or Katie says, we took the long way home. Says, oh, really? That's super sweet. I'm Katie, not short for anything. I'm one of the rare few. Yeah, you are. T says, hello. We took the long way home. Shoosh. Danny says, hi, Cat and Jack. Hi, Danny. We took the long way home. Says, hi, Bumblebee. Bumblebee T says, did you say Bristol? Yes, Bristol, Tennessee. I know, named after some place in England, right? Nature Talk says, yes, when I was young, had a friend named Katie and I adored her and I have always loved that name. Aw. Katie's just a sweet name. And when you see Katie, if you go see her, check out her channel, which is a lot of fun. Her face is a Katie, just a sweet, sweet Katie. We took the long way home says we have a derby track in the neighboring city and you can for sure hear it's like right down the street, right? We took the long way home says that is so sweet, Nature. I think Kat said your name is Chris. Yes. Mama BT says, Kat, why you stealing my birth town name? America, get your own names. Aw, I didn't do it. I just landed here. We took the long way home says, oh my God, y'all are just making my night. And Nature Dog says, yes, it's Chris. BMS. Well, it's 6 miles, but everything echoes out here. It's wild. 6 miles, but it probably takes 30 minutes to get there, so that would be as the crow flies. I don't think that's right. Let me look again. This is 10 miles, 18 minutes, 10 miles. Bumblebee T says Bristol in England is just below Wales on the map. There's a mouth of water between Wales and Bristol on the southwest side. Cool. T says, do you have neighbors or a local store, or do you need a car? We took the long way home says, I sub to both Bumbles and Nature. Thank you, Katie. Well, those lights down there, that's my neighbor. Nature Dog says, I just sub to you, Katie. And yes, you need a car around here because, like I said, everything's 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes to get to the grocery store. 10 minutes to the Dollar General, though. We took the long way home says, that looks like heaven. Give me land and cows over the ocean any day. Really? Thanks, Katie. Hope you like my steel drum. It's quite unique. It is. It's awesome. I hope you get a chance to, and a place to be able to play more T. Nature Dog says, I am sub to Bumblebee. We took the long way home says, thanks, Chris. And I'm sure I will, Bumble. Nature Dog says, Cat has the most beautiful view. Her lives are so relaxing. That means boring. I can take it. Go ahead. Bumblebee T says, Nature, I think I'm sub to you, as I've known you a long time. I can't sub to all because I don't have enough time online. We took the long way home says, I hate to go, but I am trying to catch up on all my subs tonight before I go to bed. Fair. Thank you for stopping by, Katie. It's always a pleasure. I look forward to your next update. Nature Dogs is very nice to meet you, Katie, with a heart. Well, I'm glad I got to see the moon for a whole, minute? I would have never known it was there. Nature Dog says it was very nice to meet you, Katie. Did I already say that? I probably did. We took the long way home. Says, looking forward to connecting with my new friends, Chris and Bumble. Cat, you're a gem. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you. I will. And same to you, Katie. Peace. Peace out. Nature Dog says, I think you might be Bumblebee T. Bumblebee T says, Nature, yes, they're great. To the toddlers who come in who don't know how to converse with others or get sarcasm. And Bumblebee T says, Katie, good night. Danny says, Cat and Jack, you are 8 hours away from me. Did I hear you say? No, that was somebody else. 8 hours. That's a drive. That's almost going to Florida from here. Where are you at again, Danny? I know you told me. I want to say you said you were. I don't even remember now. OBT says, Cat, 100. I do, but you know, yes, I know. Grace says, hi, Aunt Cat. Sorry I haven't watched in a few days. I'm going to bed. That's okay, Gracie. I am glad to see you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you stopped by, and I didn't do a live last night, so you didn't miss anything. Nature Dog says, hello, Gracie. T says, Cat, I do bite my tongue when that happens. I know you do. I just like to let things go and hope for the best the next time. Gracie says, okay, night, Aunt Cat. Night, Nature Dog. Sweet dreams, Gracie. Hold my tongue. Bite it, hold it. It's all the same. I have to do that a lot myself too, Bumbles. Being in other people's chat rooms sometimes really triggers me, and I have to bite my tongue, stop my fingers, walk away. But it's a really good learning experience, and if you're not being triggered by something, then you're not growing, you're not learning. So I just take it as learning about myself and others. T says, hi, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. T, I know what you mean. I get it. Yeah, I had an ex who, and a lot of exes, who needed AA. So I spent a lot of time in the rooms of AA. And one of the big things that they always said was principles before personalities. And I guess it all depends on what your principles are, but I guess that's a personal thing. But it's a good learning thing for me, a learning tool. Danny says, I'm in Pennsylvania. Right, okay. You're kind of close to Yogi. Nature Dog says, so true. So did you say you were 4 hours from Yogi, Danny? I think Yogi should have a retreat, a yogi retreat. That's how he should make his money. I'm just going to run his whole life right here from my porch. Nature Dog says it's all a learning experience. Yeah. Sometimes I have to sit on my little fingers. Don't do it. Don't do it, cat. Don't do it. Nature Dog says, I am originally from Jersey. Nice. I'm from some little corner up there. I don't know. I haven't been back, but New Jersey, North New York, and Connecticut. I know we would go back and forth, and we had family in that tri-state area. Should have a treat. That would be awesome. Everybody's doing it, and I do it. Just go do a yogi experience for 2 days, 3-day trip. Pay him lots of money if I had lots of money. Poor yogi, he'd do it for free though. Nature, New Jersey or Jersey in UK did. We nicked that name too. Well, no, I don't think we nicked that name. Let's get real here. My understanding is that y'all came over here and settled these towns and tried to make this the New England. T says, Yogi retreat. I'd need to have time to sleep before meet and return back. In return. Yeah, that would be, I don't know. Hi, Stitch. Welcome back. Jersey is a British island. Well, I'm sure you have a New York up there too, don't you? Or a York? York? Yes. Listen to me answering your questions. How do I know? Danny says it's been raining there since 6 p.m. Ooh, my light come on down there? Something's moving. Oh. T says 2 days would be too short. It might be too much for some people. He would do it for lentils. He is so awesome. You're right. But that's the only problem. 2 days would be too short. 2 days might be, like I said, might be too much. Getting up at 2:33 in the morning and starting a practice but you're right. Maybe you need 3 or 4 days just to really get it to sink in. Toy Pup says, sorry, had to go. That's fine. We understand. But you're bringing the love back in the room. Stitch says, hi, T. Hi, Cat. Hi, Puppy Mommy. Hi, Danny. T says, we have a York and a York Minster. T says, hi, Stitch. Toy Pup says, Stitchy. Oh, now she's Stitchy to you, huh? I'm kidding. I need wine. I'm being funny tonight. I just need wine to be funnier. T says, oh, Cat, I forgot getting up at such an insane hours, right? But I'm doing it now. I'm up at 2:30, so I don't know if I'm going to get up at 2:30 on my morning off, though. I feel like I should get up early since I'm still trying to get used to the schedule, but the real me wants to sleep in bed till about 10. Two days only with a social day in between. A pancake day, because he's always saying, I'll take you to get pancakes. My treat. Either you do the pancakes at the beginning to get suckered in, or the pancakes at the end as a reward. T says, sleep specialists say get up same time each day to establish a routine. I really need to because I've been napping it up every day. Stitch says, Puppy Mommy, 10 more days until my birthday. I am so excited, and I am excited for you, Stitch. Okay, Danny, you're 2 hours away from Yogi. So, Danny, you're going to be the first one going on the Yogi retreat since you're the closest. Bumblebee T says 25 days till my birthday. Well, happy birthday in advance to both of you. I'm excited for both of you. Everybody gets a birthday. Stitch says, is your birthday the 25th? The 26th, Stitch. Stitch says, oh, okay. What is today? Is today the 31st? It is. Tomorrow's April Fool's Day. I don't have to go anywhere, so nobody's going to April Fool's me. I might take Jack to the park. Not a doggy park, just a park. Do you celebrate April Fool's Day on the 1st of April where you prank others before midday? Well, T, yes, but I never heard the before midday part. I'm not saying that's not, but I just never heard that part. I'm not going to answer the phone tomorrow either. No jokes. Hear the train. Nature Dog says, have a great night, everyone. Chris, I appreciate you so much for showing up on my lives and hanging out and talking, and I just love you so much. Thank you. Ooh, I'm putting socks on my feet. It's getting cold out. Jack, are you okay? It's a big burp. Toy Pop says we celebrate April Fools. Sweet dreams, Chris. And Toy Pop says 10 more days. Woohoo, Stitchy. No, so exciting. And when is your birthday, Toy Pops? Are you an April birthday also? And Toy Pops, when are you going live again? If you're going live in the next 2 days, I'll jump on. Supposedly my daughter's coming home tonight. She's coming from Florida and hasn't left yet, so she won't be here tonight. Yeah, she's still at her hot spot in Florida. I am off for 2 days, Bumblebee Tea. Off for 2, work for 2, and then off for another 2. And then work for 1. And then off for 3. And then work 4. Weird schedule right now just because of the way I jumped into a new role in the middle of a week. All right, T, I'm going to let you go. It's all right, Jackie. It's the neighbor. Say hi, Train. Okay, yep, I'm going to go. Hey, T, I love you. Get some sleep. And I'm so darn proud of you. You did such a great job today. Good for you. You can do anything. All right, I'm going now. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.